Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and
Wake up and
live.
live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody
Rise in the morning.
wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And as the song says, rise and wake up and live. So get up and get your coffee, your tea, whatever it is that you like in the morning, and relax yourself and be prepared for a wonderful show. Thank you guys for coming on. We have Sonia McKee, John, Amaran, Kathy, Crystal Smith, Judith Gibson, and uh, Granny P, Angela Anderson. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. And so it is a beautiful morning. The sun is coming out, and I'm hoping that we have a wonderful weekend as forecast. Yes, Yolande Smith, good to have you on. Thank you for coming on. And so before we do anything as usual on this show, we start with prayer. And so let us pray. Oh God, Heavenly Father, thank you for a wonderful morning. Thank you for waking us up this morning, oh God. And Father, for us being in the land of the living. I thank you for all that you have done, for putting a hedge of protection around your children, oh God, in this season of pandemic. We know the forecast is dim. We know how many hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands, they are saying is going to die again. But God, your children depend on you, God, because you're the one who holds this world and holds everything in your hands. So, God, I'm asking you to protect us, be with us, bless us, oh God, financially, because it is a rough time for many, oh God. With everything, oh God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you have done and all that you're going to do. Bless those who are in our hearing this morning, oh God, in a special way. Bless Brother Steve and Sister Veron, oh God, as we launch his CD today, and let people know what a wonderful man he is, and what he does for the Lord. In thy most precious and holy name, amen and amen.
Amen.
Oh, yes. And we have Mary Richardson and Grenada Sunshine and Leonora Isaac, Mo Franklin. Good morning to you guys. I love calling you guys out so that you know that I appreciate you guys for coming on. Yes. Okay. And so we go to our inspirational thoughts for the morning. Listen to this. Good people are like street lights along the roads. They don't make the distance short, but they light up the path and make the walk easy and safe. I'm going to say this again. Good people are like street lights along the roads. They don't make the distance short, but they light up the path and make the walk easy and safe. Some days you will be the light for others, and some days you will need some light from them. As long as there is light, there is hope and there is a way. What a wonderful thing. Some days you will be the light for others. Remember that. But other days you will need some of the light from them. So as long as there is light, there is hope and there is a way. One more for you this morning. Some days you might get up feeling a little down and just a little show of concern from a friend or acquaintance makes your day, brightens your corner, and vice versa. Yes, just a little show of concern from a friend or acquaintance makes your day, brighten your corner, and the opposite happens also sometimes for that person. So remember to be there for each other, love and cherish each other, especially in this season of pandemic when we need each other. Yes, we do. And so we have Dennis Williams. Good morning to you. Judith Gibson, Patricia Cornwall, and Sue Patrice, and Doris Morin Charles. Good morning to you guys. All right, so we're going to go into the birthday and anniversary corners. And please, if you have a birthday or you know someone who has a birthday or is celebrating an anniversary, just put it up there and I will give them a shout out. And even if you just want to shout out a friend or a family member who might be going through something at this time, put it there and I will shout them out. Okay? I'll do that for you. So now we go to the birthdays. And for Thursday, we have Matilda Lewis and Chatrivia Kennedy. They celebrated their birthday on the 3rd. And yesterday, we have Sherian Lewis, Kenny Cyrus, Lenora Augustine, Karen Fleming, and my sister, Sharon Bryan. And I'm not saying my sister in the terms of uh, um, a spiritual sister. This is my real sister. So, Sharon, good morning to you. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a wonderful time on your birthday, you and your daughter, and whoever else you had it with. Okay. So, God bless you guys. But we come on to today. We have Janice Williams, Paul Alexander, Jillian Kojo, and Val Adams. Yes, Val
Mm.
Adams is one of our people for our singers from Grenada. You guys, I hope you enjoy today. It's supposed to be beautiful outside. Take advantage of it, but remember social distancing. Wear your mask. Do not, please, do not forget to do those things. Okay? Especially if you invite friends over and you don't know some of them you know what they're up to when the week reach, but some you don't. So be careful. Okay? And then we have tomorrow, September 6th. We have evangelist Lydia Phillip and Kelly Klein. So tomorrow is Sunday. I know most of you are not going to church tomorrow, but just enjoy yourself. Okay? And it is a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm going to just give a shout out to a lady who is a wonderful person. She had surgery, Sister Shelley Catwell. I hope you are recuperating well and that you'll be well enough to come back to church soon. May God bless you tremendously. So, Sister Shelley Catwell, I hope that things are going well with you, and I thank God for you. And Amaran is also saying happy birthday to Sharon, that's her sister. And Grenada Sunshine says Katusha Henry celebrated her birthday yesterday, and happy birthday, dear sister. So we're sending out birthday greetings to Katusha Henry, who celebrated her birthday. And Mary Richardson said she celebrated her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Mary Richardson. And Dennis Williams says happy birthday to his sister, Rena Stowe, and her birthday is today. So Rena Stowe, happy birthday from your brother Dennis. Happy birthday. And Doris Marinchas says happy birthday, Sharon, and to everyone else celebrating their birthday. And Kathy also says, oh, all of you guys are sending out birthday greetings to the birthday people. Very nice. And I know they will appreciate it. Okay. So now we have two wonderful people in the back, and we are going to be bringing them on in a while. But before we do that, we are going to take a break.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Welcome back to the Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z show. And we have Vincent Julian saying good morning, Doreen Douglas. And so we are going to have Minister Steve Antwine, who hails from the island of Grenada. He has been living in the United States for the past 32 years, and he's presently residing in Connecticut. He started writing and singing gospel music at the age of 16, and he works for the city of Hartford and is a proud father of four children, two sons and two daughters, whom he loves very much. With his strong love for the Lord, he believes that writing and singing songs is his talent, and he has no intention of quitting. I'm also going to welcome Sister Veron Richards Davids, who is a Caribbean national who has been blessed by all the powerful and positive influences in her life, and her passionate desire is to be a positive and inspiring influence to others. She was the host of Plain Talk with Veron Richards, and both Minister Steve and myself were her supporting hosts on her show. Welcome to Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z. Welcome, Minister Steve Antwine and Sister Veron Richards Davids. Oh, it's great to have you guys on. I feel good. The three of us together again.
I know, right? Together again.
Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to the audience. It's a
Good morning.
pleasure
Good
to
morning.
wake up this morning and be a part of this. So I'm pumped. I'm hyped. It's a pleasure to be here to support Brother Steve and always to support you, Dr. Z. But support Brother Steve in his new endeavor. So I'm happy to be here. And good morning to every one of our listening audience members. And a quick shout out, I guess in light of music,
Yeah.
to one of my cohorts in music over the past few years. Actually, I would say since 1992. Val Adams, it's your birthday today, so happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy. I know you
Uh,
know how to party.
great. And listen, Veron,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Veron, you know,
Yes. Good
if
morning.
it was not pandemic, Val would be having something
You know the
something great
backyard
going.
would be lit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes.
But we will
Minister,
will virtually
yes,
Good
celebrate
morning.
with you.
yes, yes. We are
Mm-hmm.
celebrating with him. Minister Steve, my friend. Good
Yes. Good
morning.
morning. Good morning,
Good
Dr. Z.
morning. Good
It's
morning.
just a blessing to it's just a blessing to be here with you today. It's been a while. I do miss you. I try and again to tap into your show.
Oh,
Most times, I'm at work, so I can't do too much of it. But I'm just blessed to be here today. And to all
yes.
of my friends out there that might be on Facebook and even some of my friends back in Grenada. I know it's been a long time. Something that, as a matter of fact, I wish I could be in Grenada right now.
Hello.
But I planned to go down for long August month, but the 14 days quarantine just can't work out for me. So, but
Not at all.
yeah, so I'm grateful that I'm here today with you in the show. You know, it's a blessing.
Yes, it is. And Veron, Kathy says it's she's happy to see you again.
Kathy, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. And it's happy. I'm glad that, well, I know you're here. You're always in support of Dr. Z and myself. And thank you for that continuous support. So, yes, it's happy to see you online today. Thank you.
All right. And
Yes.
brother Steve, man, what a voice you have. You understand? And so before we get into some of your songs and what you have been doing and so on, I would ask you to tell us a little more about yourself, growing up in Grenada and stuff like that. Come on, brother Steve.
Well, it's a lot I can say. I don't know if we have enough time to say all of it. But in Grenada, I'm from Brush Grove, St. Andrews. A pretty big family that I love very much. Quite a few number of friends, but leaving Grenada, a matter of fact, living in Brush Grove at the age of 16 and going out to St. George's, I pretty much lost track of all of my school friends. And on Facebook, I get a chance to see a couple of them, but sometimes it's been so long that you don't really recognize them. And lots of folks don't even recognize me. As a matter of fact, people from Brush Grove, a lot of folks don't really know me. They might, they might realize that I look like my brother or some of the family members. But if you're not my close relative, a lot of they really don't know me. So I wish that I could get back in track with all of my school friends, even though I left school at Brush Grove at a pretty young age. It would be nice. And to those of you guys out there that recognize me, or send me a Facebook request or something like that, so at least I can get acquainted. And don't feel no way, if you might you might realize that I don't remember who you are. Just say who you are, because after you've gone for so long, and after 10, 20 years, 30 years, everybody features changes. So it would be nice to at least say who you are, and don't think that I'm trying to, shun off on you. Like some folks might say, "What is he playing?" He doesn't know me. Yes, the truth is after a certain time, if you don't, if you're not around your friends, especially from school days, you will forget the features. You will forget the faces. And I remember as a young boy, I used to carry a different last name, so folks might see my last name on Facebook or on YouTube. But that is my real last name because I carry my last name of my grandparents. I choose to do that. They're the one who raised me pretty much. My mom, my grandfather, and my grandma, which is all Antoine. So I am a blood Antoine. So I'm just grateful to be on the show this morning.
And I'll tell you something. Joycey Smith just asking,
Mm-hmm.
are you George and
No,
Grandma brother and sister?
no. I think on my grandfather's side there is some relations there. Um, but to those of you that maybe want to know, I can just let you know who I am to a certain point.
Yes, please do that.
Um,
Do that. Let them
if, if,
know
if,
who
if
you
from Brush
are.
Grove, if you know from you guys from Brush Grove, if you know a guy by the name of Campesh, that's my brother. If you know a young man by the name of Mikey, that's my brother. If you know a young lady by the name of Grace or Anne Marie or Verna, that's my sisters. I'm also related to the Farre family. My father was a Farre, so to all of the Farres in Grenada, I'm related to you. I remember my grandmother on my father's side, my grandmother on my father's side, my grandfather on my father's side. I used to go to visit them as a young boy. So all of the Farres down in Beauregard area, I'm related to y'all. But my dad name was John. John. His last name, my father's name was John. Last name Farre.
Family.
Um,
Ah,
so so I am pretty much, uh, I have a lot of family members down there.
and
Family.
son of this, this lady seemed to want to place you. She said Gemma and Leroy. Are you related to them?
Well, Leroy, I have a brother named Leroy in Canada on my dad's side. Gemma,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, should be a cousin of mine on my dad's side, I think.
And
Um,
she said she know Campesh. So she
so
know
my
she know
brother.
your dad.
So that's
Okay.
encompassing my brother.
Your brother, you see,
Congressman McCullough.
she
Yeah,
she
yeah,
she wanted to make sure she know
She made that
exactly who
connection.
you are.
yeah.
She meant to
Hmm.
make that connection this morning. And P. Angela Anderson says, I understand that fully well. I have seen people who recognizes me and I don't remember them. So she's identifying with you in that respect. And it happens as we go older, especially with you who left Birch Grove when you were pretty young, and
Yes.
that happens. And now I want you to tell us a little about what made you at 16 start to write and sing gospel.
Well,
Tell us a little bit more about it.
from writing on a whole, the very first song that I've written, very first song was pretty much a calypso.
Mm-hmm.
In school, I think I was around, I got to be around 12 years old or 11 years old. And I think I placed, I don't recall if it was first or second place, and around the carnival season. And to my recollection, there was a parade, and the school kids, and I was in a van riding around with the Queen. So that meant maybe I must have placed first. And
you,
from there,
you placed higher, man.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
then you know, people was congratulating me as to what I did, and that kind of motivated me. And I said, I want to keep doing this thing. But a matter of fact, let's go back a little bit. How I really started singing. My grandfather was very close to me, and I don't know if I mentioned on one of the shows before. He would put me sit down on his in his lap, and sing to me, and we just had a very close tie. Um, and this man, if I remember, if as long as I don't eat together with him at dinner time, he would not eat. I have to be there to eat with him. I remember his wife, my grandma. She used to kind of get upset with him. Oh, you need to eat. You need to eat. But he just had that close tie with me. So I couldn't help it. I had to carry his last name. He was my pretty much my dad. He raised me. We
Mm.
just had like a strong bond and the love. So he was to sing that song. I remember a song he used to sing to me. It says 24 blackbirds in the air, and my papa shot them at the pier, something like that. But nice songs, and he used to speak a little. He had a little French. He used to speak a little French too, and he would, mix it up. And I don't really know French, but he used to travel a lot to Curacao and other places. So he used to. We just had a bond, and he was the one who motivated me to start singing. He had a beautiful voice. My mom also had a beautiful voice. I mean, I have to give a lot of credit too. She used to she used to sing with me, and she used to dance with me. I felt really special as a little boy growing up. She had just a sweet voice, and to those of you who don't know, my mom's name was Margaret. Very hard Christian woman, strong at heart. She was just a great woman.
And you know something, Minister Steve? It's one of the things I see on my program. Parents have so much influence on their children, and it's so important
Yeah,
to reflect what you want your children to be. Don't just say, well, you can't do this or you do that, and then they see you doing something different. Be that example for your children.
Hmm.
And here we have a young man who was raised by his grandparents and his mom, and he saw their lives, and that catapulted him into being the man that he is today, the minister he is today, the songwriter and singer. And you're going to hear him sing. You're going to hear his
yeah,
songs in a little while. But Tessa Stewart Cador, good morning. Good morning to you. She's saying good morning to me and the guests. And Joycey Stewart, I'm telling you, just send him a friend request, and he's going to answer all your questions. Nikki McFarn, well, Christine, my dear friend, good to have you on. Sue, always a pleasure. And so that is good. Now, before we go further, Minister Steve, I want to talk a little to Veron. Um, and Lady V, as she refers to herself. Good.
Mm, I was
You
given
know,
that moniker. It's not mine, but I'll take it.
they gave it to you,
Thank
so
you.
so you you
Listen,
take it.
it
You
fits.
know,
I'll take it. Thank you.
very good. Yes, it does fit. It does fit. And you actually introduced me to Minister Steve. You know, because even though we are both from Grenada, I never knew him there.
But
And
I
one
knew
of the
you.
things that you know,
Yeah.
you,
Sorry to
no,
interrupt, but I knew you.
listen, I I find that all the time, and
Yes.
it's crazy. But I say to some people, I didn't know you from Grenada, and they're like, "Oh, I knew you," and some of
Hmm.
you guys knew about me also. And yes, I'm not going to go into it, but the things I was involved in Grenada, like politics and singing and so on, people remember me, and I thank you guys for doing so. But Lady V, you
Yes, ma'am.
talked to me about Minister Steve and what he was doing and this CD. And so I want you to talk a little bit and let people know why you feel so strongly about this young man and who he is. Go ahead.
Well, for me, it started. He said he was 16. You know, when you're a 13-year-old, 12, 13-year-old, and you're in church, everyone is a blur. They're just older. And I remember back in maybe around 1980 or so, when Brother Steve came to Lucas Street is the church that my dad pastored at the time. And I guess he came down from Birch Grove and he became a member of our church. And through his singing at Lucas Street New Testament Church of God, which is not too far from where you used to be, Dr. Z Durian.
That's right. Be in
Yes,
church. Yes.
exactly. So many a times when you guys have concerts, I'll be sneaking up the hill just to peek through the louvers to see what's going on with you and the Scott girls and so forth,
And
and
Richard and
Richard.
yeah.
And so it those were the fun days. So those were that genre, that era, is when I was introduced to Brother Steve by him coming to um, worship center. And so from there, I left in Grenada in 82, left Grenada in 82. And so we lost touch. But when Brother Steve came to New York in about 87 or so, we reconnected. And shortly, because at that time I was a member of a band, it's a gospel band called New Life Ambassadors. Basically, that was based out of St. Vincent, because you know me and my overall
Uh-uh.
connection to the
Oh
Caribbean.
yeah. Or all over
So
the Caribbean.
yes, yes. So we connected briefly then, and shortly after that, I guess when I moved to Florida, I moved back to New York. He moved to Connecticut, and maybe about, let's say, over 10 years ago, I got a call from one of the young ladies who was a member of a church. You know, Pastor Butler.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's where we definitely support Pastor Butler. Shout out to Pastor Christopher Butler, one of the,
Definitely.
yes,
Definitely.
one of my dearest friends and supporters. Um, Sharon, she called and she said, "You know who's coming down to worship with us today?" And that usually I work on Sundays. So she told me, and I'm saying, "Steve, Brother Steve," just like, so many people go through your head and you travel so much, sometimes you lose track. If people aren't with
Hmm.
you consistently, it happens. And so I'm like, I said, I'm trying to remember. She's like, "When you come, you definitely would know who it is." So I went to church that Sunday and as soon I was like, "Brother Steve." And that was the end of it all. So
Oh yeah.
here we
The
are
end of
today,
it
but
all and the beginning
end
of
of
the
it
next
and the
chapter.
beginning of the new connection. So we've
That's
been
right.
connected since then and supporting each other musically. And I love this brother. He is. There's not a time that I've ever said, "Brother Steve, this is what I'm doing," and if it's a possibility, I don't even have to ask. He would show up. I mean, I remember, and I mean, he loves. The reason I guess why I love him is because he loved my parents so much. That man shows so much love for my mom and dad. Well, my dad has been since deceased, but my mom, he hears my mom, and it's like a joy for him. And every time it's like, Sister Gibbs, and anybody who loves your parents that much, that love transcends to you and everything that
Hmm.
they do. Maybe it's because of the love of your parents. Parents, be good. Maybe it's because of the love of their parents, but you can't help but love them back. And he's shown me unadulterated, just true love throughout these years of reconnection and so forth. And so, Brother Steve, I love you, and whatever it is that I can do to assist you or support you in your endeavor, I'm here.
Thank you
So
very
that's
much.
why I'm
And
here today.
Thank you.
and
Thank
and
you.
and I believe that because I got to know Brother Steve through you, and he's a lovely man. He's
He
a
is.
really
Ah,
humble, beautiful. And they say don't use beautiful when men are concerned, but he's a
He's
humble,
beautiful.
beautiful man.
Yes, he is.
I want to give all that praise to God. You know,
There you
Well,
go.
no, no, no,
but
no,
I'm
no.
grateful for.
We definitely know that
It
God is
belongs.
who,
Yeah,
because of your love for God. You know, God has helped you to be that humble, beautiful man. And so, yes, you give praise to him, and we give praise to him for you, because I know when they hear you, they will really and truly enjoy who you are and your music also. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break, and we will come back after that.
wonderful.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise. Wake up
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funding. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitor's visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde. Law done differently.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Rise in the Morning with Dr. Z show. And we're getting ready to play a few songs of Minister Steve, and have him sing a little for you this morning. But before we do that, Veron, Lady V,
Yes, ma'am.
I always tell you, and for people who don't know, and this is for the next another show I'm going to have with you and your son. And
Mm.
I've always encouraged this young lady to do a CD because she has a wonderful voice. We sang together. She sang in my band at one time, and I'm not going to let up. You have to put your music out there, Lady V.
I hear you. I hear you. You do. You, Brother Steve and I were talking about this. I mean, when you're young and your voice is supple and so forth, and you have that sweet voice, it's ideal. After a certain age, you recognize what it can do, especially if you've been dormant for a while. And so part of my challenge is actually conditioning, because what I did when I was, you know, back then vocally, um, it's a bit different, and I'll need to make sure that my voice is in tune, because I haven't done music in terms of vocally for a while. I've supported, I've done other things, other projects, but definitely if it's something that I, because essentially I look at even my mom when she, while growing up in Grenada and being listening to Radio Paradise and hearing my mom coming over the air, and I'm like, oh my God, my mom has like the most beautiful voice. My mom would come to Grenada and everybody's coming to church because I got to hear Sister Millie sing, that type of deal. It excites you. And I know from recordings, I can remember when my mom used to send recordings to me in Grenada, and I would listen to the recording, and she would do medleys, and I would remember the whole, even today. My mom is visiting from Florida right now, and I'll be in the shower when I'm singing, and I have the door open, and we'll be singing the songs that she used to sing then. And it's a beautiful thing because she recorded those things, and even every little nuance that you heard in the background, you remember it. So it's a good thing to leave your voice or your talent historically so your children can pass it on. And I wish, essentially, I've done recordings, but in terms of my personal recording, not so much background vocals for this person or that person, or live recordings for this person or that person, but it'll be nice to do something for self. And yes, but sometimes you table self and you table self and you try to support others, because sometimes you just think that your time has kind of come and gone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
So
whoa, 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 whoa,
no,
whoa.
no, no,
I'm
no, no. I'm
stopping
not
you.
saying. I said you think, but with a little encouragement,
Listen. And we are going to be encouraging you. See, Kathy says, yes,
Yeah.
yes, you do.
Veron has a beautiful voice. Veron,
Matter of fact, I spoke
and
to her
brothers
last
and
night.
Minister Steve, you know that as well.
Yeah, I spoke
You're
to her
trying to
last
get me off
night.
the shelf.
Last night I spoke to her, and
Mm-hmm.
I told her I have a song I want us to do together, along with her
Mm-hmm.
son. Hopefully,
Right, right.
her son can do all the music because he's very good at what he does as
Very
far as doing
talented.
music. Very
Yes, yes,
talented.
Thank you.
yes, yes.
So I have several songs. As a matter of fact, I just don't have. I mean, it's so expensive to do
Mm-hmm.
music. So
And
many
don't
a
I'll
times,
introduce you to someone who is going to do a good job for you, really, really good job. And he's not
Hey,
as
D.
expensive as the others. My God,
Alan.
Alan Doyle. That's right.
Shout
That's
outs, shout
right.
outs. Hmm.
Brother Tom. And
Hmm.
so we'll connect you with him. Don't worry about that. Okay?
okay, sounds
Talk
good.
to us. We'll
Got
Okay,
the
sounds
connect you
good.
connections.
with Brother Alan Doyle. And
Okay.
you'll be able to get some more music put out there through him. All right. And so we're going to and Lady V, listen, I have not forgotten about you. I'm going to push you where that is concerned. Just remember that, okay? And so we are going
Gotcha.
to hear one of Minister Steve's song. Um, I think we probably might listen to "I'm Not Afraid," a bit of it, and Minister Steve just give them a little idea of why that
Yeah.
song. So
Yeah. That song, I'm not afraid. I wrote the song, and it was recorded before this pandemic started happening. It was really written because of some difficult times I was going through. Sometimes your back is against the wall, and people against you, and the whole 9 yards. But in reflect to what's going on right now, is the song also fits in for what's happening. A lot of people are scared. They're scared they're going to catch the virus. They're not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. If more people, if they're going to die. A lot of people lost their family members. So I just want to tell folks out there, don't be afraid of what. Don't be afraid at all. There's no need to be afraid. God is standing by your side. And
amen.
if you pray, he is faithful and just. He would protect us. He promised that he will never leave you, either forsake you in the time of
Mm-hmm.
troubles. He will
Mm-hmm.
hide you. He would
Yes.
hide us. So whatever's going on today, use that song as a means of encouragement. That nothing that comes, no weapon that is formed against you. That's part of the
Shall
song.
prosper.
No weapon
That's
that is
right.
formed against you would prosper.
That's
Whatever
right.
weapon, anyone, if people trying to use things out there to destroy us, it will not
Mm-hmm.
prosper.
That's right.
No
Turn it around.
weapon that is formed against you will ever prosper. Just
Right.
just remember that. That's not my word. That's the word of God.
That's right.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so can we have that song a bit of that song
Um,
played?
that song is on right along.
But it seems like I couldn't take life anymore. Though my problems weighed me down, but you turned my life around. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I'm not afraid anymore. Jesus, thank God at my door. I'm depending on you, Lord, to carry me through my storm. I am not afraid, Jesus, of the raging storms. Oh God Almighty, I will show no fear. Those who seek to do me wrong. Jesus, thank God at my door. I'm depending on you, Lord, to carry me through my storms. For no weapon that formed against me will ever prosper. When the enemy rise to beat up my flesh, I'll stumble and fall. This race is not for the swift, neither for the strong. He'll endure unto the end.
Thank you. And it didn't come through as clear, but I know that you guys hear him. And before we go on, I'm going to say this. Christine Veron, this is for you. Christine Horsford says, love her voice. And Nikki
Oh, love
McFarnwell
you,
says,
Christine.
Veron's voice is amazing. And she shared it with her son. He sang happy birthday to me years ago. And
Oh,
then we
thank
have
you, Nick.
and now we have P. Angela Anderson, who is known as Granny P. She also has a show on Facebook Live, and she says now the young man is on tracks. Praise God, and she's looking forward to playing your songs. All right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And so we have beautiful song by Doreen Serafina Kwashi. Welcome, Doris Moraine says, and we have Tessa Stewart Cador, do not be afraid or dismayed, for I am your God. And Crystal Smith loves the song, loves the song. And so, Brother Steve, we're going to have another song of yours played. It is no secret,
It's okay to
just a
sing
piece
along
of
with you.
it.
It's okay to sing along the song with you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Savior.
You know what? I'm I'm gonna have Brother Steve play it from his end. Okay, Brother Steve.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna. There was one song that I could play.
Thank you. I'm
I'm,
administrator.
I'm gonna. You there? Yeah. I'm gonna.
Play, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you play the song that you would sing along with, and
Okay.
then we'll come back to "It Is No Secret." Just
Okay.
just do that because I want them to hear you, a bit of you. Go ahead.
Yes.
Can I get a witness in the house? Do you love the name of Jesus? If you love the name of Jesus, don't be ashamed to tell Jesus that you love him. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah. Oh, what a great mystery. Though my errors you can see. Oh, you never give up on me. I love you, keeper of this world. I love you, defender of my soul. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah. I love you, Lord, and you love me. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah. You open my eyes that I might see. You open doorways in my life. Without you, I can't survive. I love you, keeper of this world. I love you, defender of my soul. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah. I love you, Lord, and you love me. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah. Oh, what a great mystery. Through my errors, you can see, Lord, you never give up on me. I love you, I love you, keeper of this world. I love you, I love you, defender of my soul. I love you, Lord, and you love me. Yeah, I love you, Lord, and you love me. You are so beautiful to me, Jesus. You are so beautiful. Oh, I love you, Jesus. How much I love you, Lord. I love you. I love you. I love you. Lord, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Lord, I love you. I love you, Jesus. Can I get a witness in the house? Let's tell Jesus that you love him. I love you. I love you. I love you. Lord, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Lord, I love you. I love you, Jesus. Yes.
Oh, Brother Steve, there
Beautiful.
you go. Beautiful song, you know. Crystal Smith loves it. Granny P says you really have a nice voice. Kathy says, great song, Brother Steve. Amaran says,
Thank
beautiful
you.
voice, Minister Steve. And Tessa Stewart Cadell said, nice song. I love Jesus. Serafina
Thank you.
She loves it. So there we go. They love you, but
Thank you
Minister
very
Steve.
much.
Really,
And
you know.
definitely in support. He's an on CD Baby. I'm not sure if this particular album is on CD Baby because this is his second project, but CD Baby does have his music. So if you want to go and support him as a son of the soil, but also as a great musician, you definitely can download. It's available on YouTube, but you can definitely download in support of his ministry on CD Baby.
And, you know, um, and yes, Doris was just trying to find out where she can find his music. And you know what, Vera? Listen, Lady V, I'm bringing you back with your son, and your son records music. So you better make sure you have something recorded so that you can play for those people. Because and Minister Steve, we're not taking your thunder, but people seem
Oh
to
no.
they like seeing Veron on there because
Oh yeah.
they
Oh yeah.
know what a great voice she has.
Oh
And so,
yes, of
Veron, you're not
course.
going to get away.
No.
You're not going to get away.
COVID times.
Remember that. Okay,
He's
and it's
reopening the
listen,
studio. We're working on
and
it.
listen, it's coming up soon.
You know, mommy's
Brother
got to do it
Steve,
for free. He's got to work.
that's
But seriously, I
that's right.
got you. I've
That's
got you.
right. Good.
Hmm.
Minister Steve, can you cue up? It is no secret.
Yes.
Um,
Just before we do this,
yes.
there is also an album. The first album that I did is pretty much
Hmm.
it's a Christmas album. You know, Christmas coming up soon. Time season is coming up soon. When I rise. Rise and celebrate. Rise and celebrate is the name of the album. That's the first one I did. I mean, there's a lot of songs that I've done, which as a matter of fact, I can afford to put them out. But and that's Rise and Celebrate. There's a Christmas song on there, and there's also a song that are written for Grenada. Grenada being the land of my birth. Um,
Hmm.
it's called When I Rise Grenada. It's like a folk song. Beautiful. There's also a video that's attached with the song. You guys
Would you
can
like
listen to it
to
on
put out
YouTube.
a piece of it? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Well, no. I can't pull it up right this minute. It might be a little difficult for me to do that. But just I think you guys have it on there. I gave it
Oh,
to you earlier
okay, I'll
today.
tell you what. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can get that one up and
Uh-huh.
sounding a little better. So let's try that one. When I Rise, Grenada.
Yeah. you're gonna play it for me from your end.
Yeah. Um,
Sister Z, can you
In a little time, beautiful island of Grenada, from the top of Grande Tank, no, you can be better. I wanna spend a little time in the bright sunshine. For in the morning when I rise, I can see its natural beauty. Oh, majesty, give me joy when I rise to see. Oh, its splendor, oh, majesty, let me taste of this great scenery. Oh, it's like heaven, because to me. Look out for me, baby. I'm coming down to Caracou and visit my dad. I cherish Dr. Groom's speech, but granddad's I love it. Wanna spend a little time in the bright sunshine. In the morning when I rise, I can see this natural beauty. Oh, majesty, give me joy when I rise to see. Oh, its splendor, oh, majesty, let me taste of this great scenery. Oh, it's like heaven, because to me.
all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's another song. And Lenora Isaac says, "Oh my goodness, that was great. Judith loves it. Beautiful song for Grenada. Kathy, Godwin McKenzie, welcome. Joyce E. Smith. Some awesome
Sister Z
singers
is
and
not hearing?
musicians came from Birch Grove. There she goes. She is tooting and shouting out Birch Grove and the awesome singers that came from Birch Grove. Brother Steve, again, before we leave, definitely let them know again where they can get that CD. And I also want you to put a phone number out there in case they can't find it, they can call you so that you will be able to get something out to them. All right? So Tessa says this is so sweet. Listen, Minister Steve. You got something that the Lord has blessed you with, and I feel honored and humble to actually be on the show with you and Lady V, because you two are also awesome singers, and it's great when you're in the presence of people who walk in their purpose, and Lady V, walk in your purpose, young lady.
That's my word for today. I take it.
Walk in your purpose.
I'm obedient. You
Okay.
know what? You starting to sound like Pastor B, and we, we're gonna. That's the next chapter. But thank you so much. I receive it. I receive it. I'm stubborn sometimes, but I receive it. But it's just the song that Brother Steve just played. It's evidence that sometimes we get pigeonholed into, because you're a gospel minister, you should
Yes.
be doing gospel music. And I just want to say inspirational music. Even Brother Steve has some songs that are love songs that
Oh yeah.
I would love to see him do a project as. But many a times, people tend to think that if you're not saying God or Jesus or something else in any song that you do, it's not gospel. Listen, God is love. Love making is of God.
Yes.
When I'm, God forbid, with my husband, I want to say certain things that may not be in the Bible, but it's representative of love. And so some of the music that Brother Steve wrote, it's some love songs that I think really and truly I would love to see him also put out as a project. But you and I know that the journey as a musician is not, it's not always, it has its it's pits or pitfalls, but it creates to who we are. And we've gone through the journey where
Yes.
we've done secular, we've done love music, we've done other songs
Hmm.
that is quote unquote not what you would consider to be traditionally gospel, but it's made us who
Yep.
we are today. And for that, Brother Steve, I applaud you because I know you haven't strayed too far from the gospel realm, but you just showed that versatility and sometimes a variety is necessary. As a musician, you want to be able to reach people out there. Everyone is not going to necessarily listen to this style or that style, but when they can connect with something, they'll connect with you. And once they connect with you, then anything else that you have to say or do, they'll listen to you. And so keep on
Yeah.
pushing, Steve. My advice to you, my support to you, my encouragement to you is that don't be dismayed. Um, I know sometimes as musicians, Dr. Z too, you've done it for so many years, and you're saying, "Well, when will my time come?" You don't necessarily know the influence you've had on someone. And I'm not doing this, or I know Brother Steve is not doing this, and definitely not you, to be famous. You want to be an influence. You want to make a positive change in someone's
That's
life.
right.
So if you've done that along the way, well done. Well done. And Brother Steve, I know you have.
Exactly.
Dr. Z, I know you have. And from my feedback, I know on some levels I've made an
You
impact,
have.
and I just want to
Yes.
continue. So
Yes.
be
Yes.
encouraged.
And so, brother Steve, what are your plans for the next few years with your singing? And before you come back on, I know that Lady V said to you, you need to do a CD with those love songs. Yes, with that voice of yours.
Yes, yes,
I'm not going to sing.
yes. I
Okay, with that
definitely,
voice of yours, Lady V, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
most definitely.
Mm-hmm. Listen, this is
There's
an
one
early
that I
morning
have.
show. The kids are
I don't know if you guys
watching.
heard me.
Doris Marin says Dr. DJ Ron does a gospel show on Sundays. Maybe he could get with him to play some of his music and get it out there. Trust me, his music is going to be played. It's going to be played. Okay, there are people who are watching, and there are people who we have connections with. Your music will be played. Okay,
Yes.
it's wonderful to have you guys on, but I want you to answer that question. Are you going to compile those love songs and do another set
Oh
of music?
yes. Oh
Let's hear
yes.
what you have to say.
Yeah. As far as are you hearing me okay? As far as my love
Yes,
songs
we
that I
are.
have
Hmm.
written, um, uh, I don't wanna sing it because it's not yet record. You know, it's not copyright as yet. But
Yes,
it's pretty
yes,
much songs that could be used in weddings. You know,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
A matter of fact, you know, sometimes when I start writing my songs, especially right now, not that I want the world to know, but I'm pretty much single. So you know, sometimes
single,
you by
divorced,
yourself. Yeah.
single.
Well, divorce. Yes, divorce. But I'm single now. Um,
Yes, yes,
when you're by yourself, and sometimes you know you do. Even I think pretty much everyone that is by themselves will pretty much go through the same that I'm going through, certain to a certain point. You feel lonely. There are times that loneliness come upon you, and you know you wish for a partner. You wish to have someone that you could get along with, someone you could relate with, someone you could, you know, I don't have, you know, someone that could be there for you. And those things would motivates me to write. You know, you know, write songs where that is just, you know, compassionate songs that you know that makes you feel, you know what I mean, wanted, and make you feel special. You know what I mean. So
Mhm.
um, sooner or later you will hear them. You will hear them. I'm looking forward for Veron to hopefully join me in one or two of these songs.
very good, very
Where
good.
and you know it's good to
My
have a
pleasure.
female voice in some of the songs. You know, like you know back to back. Maybe Sister Z might be able to join in too. You never know. I know you got a nice voice
Well,
there.
you
Definitely.
just never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But
So yeah.
it's a great thing, and I'm very proud to have put your music out there, get you out there, and people. I hope that you. Oh, phone number. Give them a phone number. Let Junior put it up so they can
My,
touch base with you if they want you on
yes.
their show or they want to
Yeah.
get your music.
So
What's the number?
my 860-416-0537. 860-416-0537. I'm in the state of Connecticut.
860
416
4 416
05 37.
0537
Yeah.
0537. Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Would someone put
Yeah.
it up on the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
But
someone can
if
put it in the blog also.
yeah, if anyone, the CDs is very difficult nowadays for CDs to sell. As a matter of fact, I had like 500
Yes.
CDs. Everybody
Hmm.
tends to go online and they will get exactly the song that they want. But if anyone wishes
Yes.
to support, I don't mind mailing a CD for you because I have quite a couple
Yes.
hundreds of them right now. Um,
Hmm.
and then, as I said, you could sometimes some folks like want to have that live CD in your car, which is okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I could get it out to you. Also with the Christmas album, if anyone looking for Christmas music, you can get it from CD Baby or get it online on YouTube. I could always also mail you a copy of the CD. Um,
Excellent.
and yeah,
Excellent.
your mailing address would be, don't worry about it. I will. It's just me personally will be handling if ever anyone want anything. As a matter of fact, I will not give anybody's personal information out there.
That's right.
As you
That's
know,
right.
everybody wanted personal information with that phone number. I get so much crank calls with my phone, and most of you get crank calls too. But you have to do what you have to do sometimes.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
Yeah.
do. And Brother Steve, Minister Steve, Lady V, the
Yes,
pleasure
ma'am.
was all mine. The
Oh,
pleasure was all mine having you guys on this morning.
thank you.
And so I
Thank you for
thank
having
you.
us.
It was great. It's really nice. I feel good whenever I can put someone out there
Oh,
because
definitely.
we need to have each other's back. We
We all
need
need
to
each other.
be there
Mm-hmm.
for each other. We need
Exactly.
to
Mm-hmm.
support each other. And that goes
Mm-hmm.
for the listening audience out there also. And Lenore Isaac says, yes, I will want a CD on hand. So she's going to be calling
Mm-hmm.
you. And, let us support each other. Let
I
us
got mine.
support Minister Steve. Don't worry. We'll talk
Yes.
when we have when we have people who God has blessed with talent, support our own.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We go out there and we support everybody else, and we do not recognize and support our
Our
own.
own.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
thank you guys for being on this morning. And
Mm-hmm.
listen, Kathy is on your case, Veron. Veron,
I
please do My
see.
Redeemer Lives on your CD.
Yes. For I
I think the first
know.
time she heard you sing that song, you blew her away.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah,
so
that's Pastor B's
maybe
favorite.
you
He would
had
have
to
me
be
sing
on
that
this
song like two
morning.
and three times
Yes,
in one
you
service.
you had to be on this morning so that you would be encouraged
Well, I
to
think
get
yes,
on with it.
if nothing
Okay.
else. Well, thank you so much. And Joycey Smith, I just want to say thank you for the shout out. Hi, hi. Thank you so
My bad.
much. But Kathy, yes, I'm listening. I'm acting like I'm not hearing, but I'm listening. I am. And trust me, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, soon. I
Yes.
want to do this before I die. So I'm working on it. I promise.
Gracelyn says, "Morning, Dr. Z. Thank you for bringing back Lady V. Glad to see her
Oh,
again. Yeah, I'm telling you,
oh,
you were missed,
miss you
and
guys. Miss you guys.
I'm going to listen.
We'll do it.
I'm giving you a deadline, young lady. You do
Woo!
what you have to do because I'm bringing you and your son on soon, soon. So
Okay. Well,
get
I'll
to
Wonderful.
relay
it,
that
okay?
message to him. I'll
Kathy
relay
Wonderful.
that
says,
message.
"Love me some Veron." Destin Chotado
Love you
say,
some
"Yes, it
Kathy
was a
too.
great show, inspiring." Yes,
Case.
it's
We have to let Veron know. We gotta let Veron know
yes,
she cannot sit down she cannot sit down on that talent. I
exactly,
remember when I
exactly.
came when I came to New York in the 80s. What I was so inspired when I saw her in that concert and she and that group band she was singing away, and
Hmm.
I went up to her and I made sure that night that I got some lyrics from a song that I wanted that she sang, and up to today I still have those lyrics. And as that singing that song, she really motivated me a lot to get back out there. So I just want to
She
encourage
does.
her. Yeah, I want to encourage her to do it.
She does, and that's
Hopefully,
Thank
yeah.
my karaoke partner
partner.
because sometimes we
if
we
hmm
we used
definitely.
to go do karaoke, and sometimes when we started, people would be like, You
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
It is a
So
Oh
concert.
yeah.
So I mean,
yes,
the thing
yes,
is,
yes,
music is our passion, music is our life, music is our ministry. So it's not
yes,
something
yes,
about getting famous, and that's why
yes.
it's so passionate for me in that I'm not thinking about the monetary aspect of it. It's important because you need that money in order to support the ministry. However, the passion goes before the monetary aspect of it. So that's why I'm not really motivated by, okay, having to do an album such and such. I'll push everyone else who has that desire, but I promise you it will be written on CD or some form of recording that I would have available for everyone who's requesting it, and I'm
Young
looking
lady,
forward to your support.
you're going to be supported. Here's the thing: it's not only about the
Thank you.
monetary thing; it's about your voice being heard out there. Something that even
Hmm.
after we pass on, people will
Definitely.
be able to
To listen.
listen. You know,
Hmm.
don't go with that voice. Leave it so that people will be able to listen
And be
and
inspired.
hear you for years to
Hmm.
come and be inspired. That's what
So
it's
true.
about. You know,
So true.
Kathy says, I'm definitely talking to Tom about you. Oh
Oh
my
Jesus.
goodness. Tessa Stewart said, I love my gospel. Doris Moraine says, thank you, Veron and Brother Steve. Have a blessed day. Amaran
Thank
says,
you.
make those CDs. Come on, make those CDs,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Amaran.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Thank you
And
for my
so,
supporters.
yes. And so, guys, thank you for coming on this morning. I had a wonderful time, and I know the people out there had a wonderful time too. And you guys, awesome, awesome.
Well, thank
All right.
you.
Thanks
Thank you,
Thank
sis.
again.
you.
Thank you, Dr.
All
V.
right.
And continue blessings with
You're
live
welcome.
It's a
Rise with
blessing.
Dr. Z. You know fully well. When I'm able to, I'm
Okay.
definitely on. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
for
yes.
having us on.
You're
And Brother
welcome.
Steve,
You're welcome.
we're here. Okay?
Yes,
You know that.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Brother Steve. Thank you.
Yes.
Just
God
rem-
bless you, Doc.
yes, yes. Just remember to be extra careful this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Be smart. Be vigilant. Keep wearing your mask. Social
Hmm.
distancing. Wash your hands. Yes, we say it all the
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise. Wake up
Rise
and
with
live.
Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody
Rise in the morning.
wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise. Wake up.
Circumstances.
yes, yes. Sorry about that. You see, when you turn yes, yes. Sorry about that. Things happen when you are doing live.
Live.
So let me just finish this. And you know what, Brother Steve, cue up another song. Everybody is asking for you to leave them with another song. So while I finish this off, you cue up a song, okay?
Yes.
Yes, please do
Yes.
not get tired or relent from doing what is necessary to help stem the flow of this very contagious disease called COVID 19. Stay the course. Remember, God is in control and always have been, always are, and always will be.
Amen.
He is in control. But my people, remember, you have to do your part also. And so I'm going to do what you guys, as you guys want to hear Minister Steve as we go out. Okay? So let's hear a little of him.
It's one of my favorite songs. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my soul. Oh, Savior. Oh, Jehovah. It is no secret. Jesus can fix it. It is no secret. You better believe it. It is no secret. It is no secret what God can do. It is no secret what God can do. He'll do for others the same He'll do for you. With open arms He'll comfort you. He will save your soul and make your life brand new. It is no secret, you better believe it. It is no secret, Jesus can fix it. It is no secret, it is no secret what God can do. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Master. Oh, Savior. Oh, Jehovah Jireh. It is no secret. Jesus can fix it. Spell the problems. No, He can solve them. It is no secret. It is no secret what God can do.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
It's no secret.
with open arms, He'll comfort you. With open hands, He'll hear you cry. Jesus will wipe away the teardrops from your eyes. Oh, Jesus. Oh, He will comfort you. Save your soul, make your life brand new. What is done for others, He can do it for you. Oh, He can make your life brand new. It is no secret, you better believe it. Whatever the problems, I know He can solve them. It is no secret. You know, I know, we know Jesus can do it. It is no secret. You better believe it. In spite of the problems, I know He can solve them. Oh, that's it. You know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to God for everything that is done in my life. And may God be the glory.
To
And I
God be
just
the
pray that
glory.
this song have been a blessing to someone.
I believe it has. And on that note, may the grace of God and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Ghost rest, remain, and abide with us all, now and forevermore. Amen. Have a
And
Amen.
wonderful weekend, everyone.
blessed
And
weekend
be
to
careful.
everyone.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Oh,
All right,
Lord.
God
now.
Take care.
bless.
Bye.
God bless.
Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dr. Z.
Okay.
Thank you, Brother Steve.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Okay.
welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
Mom.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started.
Everybody rise.
Rise with Dr. Z.
Everybody rise. Wake up and
Wake up and
live.
live.
Everybody rise. Wake up and live. Everybody rise.
Rise in the morning.
Wake up and live.
Rise in the morning. Your day just got started. Rise with Dr. Z. Wake up and live.
Everybody rise.
Mr. Z, Dr. Z, Mr.